Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, it's been a few days. I have tried to get some readings out to you. Not yesterday. I didn't even try yesterday. But the couple of days before I did, anyway, the readings did not go out. They didn't get finished, recorded. I didn't get through the readings. There was distractions through all of them. So here we are. It is Monday. Should we have a look and see what's on the cards for this week? I've already been out there today and it's a bit chaotic, to be honest with you. And the last 2 days I've tried to get out to, I don't want to say, but I'm going to get some peace. And I can't seem to find any peace out there. So I end up coming home. That's been the last couple of days, trying to find some peace. So I've gone out today and it's so chaotic out there. So I thought, let's do a reading. So let's have a look and see what's on the cards for this week for the collective. I'm using the Witch's Tarot, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, it's interesting because I'm kind of brushing little white bits off and I was taken to like the petals here. I'll show you the cards in a moment. Okay, it's a bit of an interesting energy because we've got a miserly energy here. Someone who's all about the money. And it looks like they're out, I was going to say out in the cold, but it's like they've locked themselves out of their own home. So I felt the energy of being drawn back home because it's peaceful. And I feel that I can't find no peace out there because it's so chaotic. This masculine's like locked himself out into the chaotic world. It's all about the money. Things are happening quickly. This is when I can't really make sense of the story, if I'm completely honest, because this is angelic forces coming through here. Things happening really, really quickly. I did feel the energy of this masculine kind of, he's made his decision. He's locked himself out in the real world, but it was kind of like in the big boy world. Playing with the big boys. And then we have the Chariot energy, which is a nudge from the divine. Angelic assistance. The Chariot energy, which is a nudge from the divine. And then this is all heading towards the legacy. Which is floating in midair. And a lot bigger than these pentacles that this masculine has here. We'll find out more because I don't know if this masculine's kind of being pushed out of this picture and into this one, or whether he's being pushed out of the picture to allow the true abundance to come in, the true legacy. If he doesn't want it, then there's someone else lined up that does. Interesting message. The underlying energy is the King of Wands. Okay, someone that chooses passionate endeavours over financial endeavours. I believe this is the person that's having the nudge to make a move. This masculine here doesn't look like he's making a move. So if he isn't going to make a move, he's moved out of the picture and allows this King of Wands to come in. So the underlying energy is the King of Wands. Let's read this card. Hang on in there, baby. Hang on in there, darling. I'm gonna gonna give you more than you ever think possible. Don't be afraid, baby. Sweet Virgin of the world. Okay. When the King of Wands turns up in a reading, watch for a fair fire sign man, a businessman, a leader, a mover, and a shaker. He is outgoing, direct, charming, and confident. This is the man who can do it all, a super dad. He has a successful career, coaches his kids' little league team. Let's just repeat that. He has a successful career, coaches his kids' little league team, and keeps his marriage vital all at the same time. This man is happiest when he is involved in many activities all at once. He is faithful, dependable, and passionate, and if he gets frustrated or annoyed, he may have to work hard to hold on to his temper. This card also represents creative expression and the champion of another's ideas and dreams. You may find that an investor or partner for your future venture is much closer than you think, or that you yourself may be the energetic supporter of another. Creativity and artistic talents are at an all-time high. The lesson of the King of Wands is that energy and enthusiasm will help you achieve your artistic and creative goals. Be generous and supportive to the people in your life, which I don't feel that this energy is. So either this masculine changes his tune, and he can do many things at once, rather than just focusing on the money. Okay, Eight of Wands. Oh no, let's read about the Four of Pentacles first. Let's see what the card says. Where are the Pentacles in here, please? When the Four of Pentacles comes knocking in a reading, it is a notice that someone is hanging on to something in an unhealthy way. Perhaps they are miserly or greedy and are holding tight to their money. Maybe they are obstinate and have withheld their emotions. Possibly this last example is the case if the Hermit card shows up in a reading as well. The Four of Pentacles card warns of a resistance to change. So now that you have confirmation, know that change is good. Embrace the changes in your world. Relax and breathe. You may have accomplished your goals, but you are not enjoying them. Remember that nothing is fixed. Everything is in motion. Accept this and move forward. It is time to lower your boundaries a bit. Reconnect with friends and family and find the joy in your life again. So the energy of being locked out of your home. Okay. So reconnecting. Eight of Wands. Let's have a look at this. There's a lot of things happening at once. But I felt divine assistance, divine intervention. When the Eight of Wands flies into a reading, it is a notice that projects that were once delayed are coming to a swift completion. There is a positive and exciting card, or this is a positive and exciting card full of motion and action. Spells that were cast will happily manifest now. Often this card will symbolise travel for business or pleasure, and typically this is travel by air. The Eight of Wands can also mean long-distance communication between business partners. This is a time where fresh ideas and creativity rule, and swift and decisive action is the order of the day. Swift and decisive action is the order of the day. Well, we have a major arcana here, and it is the Chariot, which is a card of swiftness. I feel like this masculine has to make a decision. I felt here like he had, but now he's looking at the consequences. Let's look at the Chariot energy, card number 7. This is a card that speaks of hard-won victories. The Chariot card is all about self-confidence, control, motivation, and the determination to succeed. Tap into your own personal power and you will see your goals manifest. Obstacles and blocks will be removed. Work magic for movement and change. When the Chariot comes roaring into a reading, it is a message to combine your magic with mental discipline and tenacity. Power comes from within. Believe in yourself. Combine determination, focus and willpower, and you will succeed. In the major arcana, only the Chariot, the High Priestess and the Star cards have starry skies. These three cards are linked. If the High Priestess appears in a reading with the Chariot, it is a sign that victory can be obtained through wisdom. If the Star appears in a reading with the Chariot, it is a sign that the victory will bring an emotional healing. Well, we have none of those cards. But we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So let's read about this. The Ace of Pentacles is the most potent and pure form of feminine element, of the feminine element of Earth. This Ace shows us all of the bounty that the Suit of Pentacles represents. Be creative and put those blossoming ideas into action to achieve material success. Because the Pentacle is hovering in midair, this card traditionally symbolised that money may just manifest in your life as if out of thin air. This card may represent a gift or an out-of-the-blue opportunity that lands in your lap. However, on a more down-to-earth note, this card, being the purest form of the earth element, reminds you to stay grounded and to use your common sense. That practicality and good judgment will guide you and your magic to success. This card often illustrates a desire to help other people on both a mundane and a magical level. The Ace of Pentacles signifies an abiding, deep affection for the beauty of nature and a talent for green magic. So I feel like you do have a talent for green magic here. Look at the green cape you're wearing. So it's kind of coming in with the super dad energy, which you are, but this masculine needs to ground himself. If it's the same person, he's lost his mojo. Okay. Underneath that card is a super dad card, I suppose. This masculine could be working hard because he wants to give his children more. But because he's working so hard, they're kind of, there's a consequence for that. But it's like money will just appear out of thin air. Let's go to the Oracle. Let's go to the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Find out what's really going on. A chance to shuffle them first, please. The Grumpy Red Fairy, be your true self. Card number 8. About the Grumpy Red Fairy. The Grumpy Red Fairy is tired of being judged by people busy, sticking noses in her business, declaring she doesn't look happy enough, or saying that she should look and act and dress another way. She's very cross because it's tiring walking down the street or into school or around teachers or parents or friends or classmates who evaluate her. It's true that she's quirky and punky and that she never smiles unless she truly wishes to. She's often silent and can feel very out of sorts. But she's never disruptive or unkind or cruel. She just knows that it's time to be real and not to fall into the trap of faking a smile. She'd rather frown till she giggles. The Grumpy Red Fairy speaks, I want to be me and be free without everyone giving me an opinion. I like being different. I won't be changing unless I want to. I don't need to change to fit in. I only need to be true to me. And the people who think I should be smiling or wearing a pretty dress and that I should stop messing with my hair, they can just deal with it. Some folks do gasp at tattoos, piercings, black clothes, but guess what? Some of the world's scariest looking people are the kindest and sweetest on the inside. And you two are fiery, playful, defiant, and lots of fun. Be you, be rebellious even. Who's to say how you should look or behave? Conformists, that's who. Let's burst their boring bubble and go wild. The divination message. To some people in this world, sadly but oh so truly, it is all about fitting in, all about playing by the rules. And because they put so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others, like you and the grumpy red fairy, feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dynamic and creative ways. And that's what's being really suggested to this masculine here, because I felt like he had locked himself out there with the big boys. In the real world, in the big boy world. So to some people in this world, sadly but oh so truly, it's all about fitting in. All about playing by the rules, and because they put so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others like you and the grumpy red fairy feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dynamic and creative ways. When the grumpy red fairy comes to play, it may be time to really just be your own true self, whoever that is, from day to day. Wear black, experiment with your hair and your own personal style, play the drums, join a rock band. Just don't fake it. Don't smile and be sugary sweet and all nicey nice just because you think that's how you should be. Be real, be authentic, be funny, be you. Try different things. Find out who you are, then the smiles that do come will be genuine and will warm the hearts of us all. Let's finish with a message from the Mother Mary. Okay, and the card is Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. Card number 11. Love seeks to manifest through you as you. It is not only your spirit that is to be blessed by love, but your body and your life too. You are meant to live a reality of divine love. You are meant to experience the presence of the divine in everyday life. Your spiritual life and material existence are not destined to be separate, but rather to be united, enhancing each other, infusing each other with love in sacred relationship. My miracles are not limited to the world of spirit. They manifest in the material world as signs that divine love is alive in the here and now. Will you be a willing channel for my miraculous manifestations? We may think of miracles as special, out of the ordinary occurrences, yet Mother Mary teaches us that the miraculous is meant to happen every day. It already does. If only we had the eye of the heart open enough to see it, we would be sent into states of rapture at how marvellous divine creation is, at how extraordinary is the creativity that unfolds in every moment of our lives, and how miraculous intervention happens through divine grace. Subtly and yet inevitably, grace brings this person and that person together. It weaves this synchronicity into that, which leads to another amazing moment of creation. Endlessly, the miracles of creation build upon each other in exquisite patterns of divine love simply happening. We can be fearful of not being in control of it, of not knowing how it is going to work itself out, or we can be in awe and trust and choose to surrender into the flow of the Mother's grace. So vast is the scale of divine intelligence unfolding in perfect plan upon the earth, our minds might become overwhelmed and challenged by what is essentially unfathomable to anything other than the trusting heart that needs no explanation. No matter how we choose to look at things or respond, life itself, including the miraculous manifestations of the Divine Mother, continues. This oracle, however, brings you a special task if you are willing to accept it. This task, is to become a sacred vessel through which the miracles of the Mother can be made manifest. Throughout history, there are stories of ordinary people who were asked by Mother Mary to perform some task or other. These tasks were not impossible, but were challenging because they asked each individual to put more faith in her will prevailing than in their fears. Just trying to get these words out. These tasks were not impossible, but were challenging because they asked each individual to put more faith in her will prevailing than in their fears and the fears of those around them, even if they couldn't see how that could be possible. These people became known as saints, but they began just as you and I, ordinary people living their lives, with a love for the Holy Mother and a desire to be open to the miraculous. To fulfill the task that the Mother will ask of you, whether you know what that is right now or have no idea whatsoever as yet, you'll need to have courage. Courage will help you test your heart as you sense her task for you. It might be a seemingly small task, such as planting a garden of flowers on your front lawn, which will benefit those who pass by. It might be a large task, such as speaking the truth in a relationship, where you might fear that in doing so, you will lose the relationship. It might be to write a book or to come out of the spiritual closet, so to speak. It might be to pray for someone who hurt you and to ask for forgiveness for them. It might be to love yourself enough to say no to a relationship that is not right for you, even if there is love there. It might be to move to another place where your light is needed, even if you do not understand that at the time. It might be to support a cause that stirs your heart, or to go to a spiritual class or workshop, or to set some boundaries between you and family members who ask too much of you. Courage will also help us trust in her as we carry out her task. It is through our efforts in carrying out the task asked of us that will empower her to help us. It is difficult to help someone who won't help themselves. We have to give to receive, and as we receive, we are empowered to give. We need to have courage to start the cycle without trying to control it. We need courage to accept the help offered and to keep going. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles wants her presence felt and her plan of love carried out through each one of us in the physical world, and that includes you. This oracle brings a special message also, that it is time now to put your spiritual principles to the test. It is time to rely on them completely as a way to live and move in the world. It is not only safe to do this, but the only way to really allow her miraculous love to manifest through you. Doing this will mean that all that is destined to be born through you this lifetime can then be. You are being blessed by the Holy Mother, empowered by her, and asked to trust completely in her grace. Let's finish with this healing process and affirmation. Imagine red roses are blooming around your feet. They release a subtle fragrance and their petals seem soft like velvet. At the centre of each red rose, a golden light shines, releasing radiant bursts of energy. Every burst of energy is a miracle of the Divine Mother taking place. The miracles bring solutions to impossible problems, healing in body and relationships, a windfall, a miraculous discovery, a finding of what was thought lost, a meeting of a soulmate, a path of light through the darkness bestowed. Her endless miracles manifest again and again. You then become aware that you are standing in the centre of a large red rose with soft velvet petals beneath your feet, and you are bathed with golden light. You are a living miracle of the Divine Mother made manifest. Say this prayer. Holy Mother, O Lady of Miracles manifesting, I surrender myself to your grace, to your will, and to your divine plan of love. I ask that you happen through me. May I be a channel for your miracles of grace and healing in this world. May my life be spiritually fulfilled, that I may bring more of your light to the world. Through your holy grace, so be it. Just rest for a moment, for as long as feels good, and complete your session with the following affirmation. Mother Mary manifests her miracles through me as I unconditionally accept and celebrate her graceful presence in my body, mind, and soul. Okay, the voice definitely went then. Apple and elderflower juice. Lovely. Okay, I'll catch up with you guys soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.